Look at that little baby port. See how it does. Here we go. It may be tiny, but it's doing work.
That's what she said.
What's going on, guys? Roger here, QVO Tactical. Today we are out on the range with the new Glock 19 or Glock 45 in our case. It's the JTT, just the tip, compensated barrel from our friends over at Aim Surplus. We just put about 200 rounds to this thing, so let's get into the video, guys. As always, I like to give you guys full transparency on how we go about making these videos. This barrel was sent to us from our friends over at Aim Surplus. We've worked with them on previous videos. They posted this on social media. We talked about getting one on the channel, so they did send it out to us free of charge. If you want to pick one up, they're about 60 bucks. Definitely a value in our opinion you'll see here in the video. But as always, I like to give you guys full disclosure, full transparency on how we get products here on the channel. All right, guys, first round's gonna do it Pepsi Challenge style. I brought a stock Glock 45 that we're gonna shoot first, and then right after it, immediately after, we're gonna shoot this new JTT compensated barrel from our friends over at Aim Surplus. It's got a very tiny little port right out in front of the muzzle, which is kind of cool because it doesn't get your front sight all dirtied up. Anyway, stock 45, shooting some SuperVel 115, and I haven't shot this gun in a minute. I actually used to EDC this gun all the time when they came out with it. I was really stoked on the full-size grip compact slide. But yeah, first rounds out of the stock 45, and then I'll compare it to the Aim Surplus barrel. Here we go. Feels like a Glock 9mm. Not great, not bad, decent shooter. I like the Glock platform for what it is. It just functions and works. But now, with a little tiny port, let's see if I'm noticing a difference here. Here we go. Definitely, when you shoot them side by side, I can definitely notice a difference. I'm curious though, if I would have shot this just by itself, if I would have noticed anything. But let's go take a look at the groups. So just blasting off with the stock 45, stock Glock 45 9mm was all of this here. So irons, no optic, and then with the optic was here. So I'm definitely, obviously with an optic, for me, I'm gonna be a little more accurate because I'm gonna be able to target focus and just stick with that. In addition to that, clearly with the comp, it's doing a little bit of work if I'm able to keep the group here versus spreading it out further here. I have Marco and Landon shoot it, see what they think, but I think for 60 bucks, like, to me, it's worth it to get that little bit of difference that I'm feeling side by side. As we shoot it more and we do the slow-mo stuff, it's really gonna show there. But let's have Marco and Landon try it and see what they think. All right, guys, somebody new to the channel, our buddy Landon came out today. What's up, man? Where you been?
Happy to be back. I got deported, but happy to be back. Happy to be shooting some guns. Stock G45 first. Glockish, you know. Let's check out this barrel. Okay, so first off, like immediate impression, recoil reducer, not really. It's not reducing the recoil, but it is assisting the gun like back down. So you're gonna feel the same recoil impulse as a stock gun, but you do notice the front of the gun kind of getting pushed down a little gently. It's not as aggressive as like a Ramjet or like the Lucky 7, something like that. But for 60 bucks, it's like, why wouldn't you, you know? I like it.
So we got a stock Glock 45 right here. Perfection. Let's try doubles. Yep. Shoots like a Glock. Let's see, $60 just a tip. It's a pretty good deal.
Okay, so hey, looking at the side over here, it looked way different. Like it looked way less recoil.
Down, like 60 bucks. Kind of cool. It helps the gun stay on like the second shot there, and it's works pretty good. That's like a kind of effort price. Hard to beat that for 60 bucks. If you want to get into an entry level comp barrel, I guess. So not bad, guys. Not bad.
Now, guys, we're going to test out the accuracy between the two barrels. So I got the stock 45 barrel. We threw it into this optic setup Glock 45. I'll shoot a grouping. Phone's recording down range for you guys, and then we can see if there's any difference in the accuracy between the two barrels. 25 yards out. Let's see where we're at. Here we go. Let's go take a look. Downrange with the stock Glock 45 barrel, and it looks like these two are going to be our furthest. Let's see. That one, center to center is 3 inches. Yeah, that's just under. So 3-inch group, 25 yards out with a Glock compact G19 size barrel. It's a Glock 45, so full size grip, but the G19 length. I'm going to shoot it now with the AIM Surplus barrel and see if we get the same 3-inch grouping or if better or worse. Let's see. All right, accuracy now with the AIM Surplus JTT compensated barrel. Same drill, camera's down there, 25 yards out, SuperVel 115, here we go. Let's go take a look. Down here at the target, guys, looking at the grouping, this is gonna be our furthest right here, these 2 rounds. And center to center is giving us 4.5 inches. So 1.5 inches larger than the previous grouping with the stock Glock barrel. I'm still okay with that, guys. Like, if this is my fly around, without that, I'd be just over 3, which is similar to the stock. So having the port, and again, $60 barrel. When I first saw these come out, I thought they're gonna be around 150 bucks. So for 60 bucks, I did notice something, actually Landon noticed something that I want him to talk about. On the gunsmith side of things, he was taking a look at the barrel, inspecting it, and share with them, please.
So for 60 bucks, instead of just drilling a hole in the top, calling it ported, they actually backbore the barrel. So what's backboring? Backboring is basically taking a milling bit and crowning, probably recessing the rifling about a 1/4 inch back, and that makes basically an expansion chamber for the gases to go up a little more efficiently, and actually is going to help you up accuracy instead of just plunging a hole in the top and cutting your rifling midway. You know, that's going to give you some deviations in accuracy.
So when people port the gun without backboring, how does that deviate the accuracy?
So that bullet has a runway with the rifling, and basically it can cause stripping of the jacket or plating or something like that. It can cause issues, and there's so many factors to it, but this is just overall better. And for 60 bucks, the fact that they're doing that just trips me out.
Gotcha. So when I told you 60 bucks, you're going to be like, because at the beginning when he got here, he's like, there's no way that thing's backboard. Then he looked, he's like, oh crap. So you guys will see up close in the B-roll here. Yeah, it's definitely backboard out. So that's nice that they did that. And again, I thought it was going to be around 150 bucks. But as far as the grouping, guys, like, stock barrels, we're talking about Glocks, so you're going to have loose tolerances, oversprung, because they get you reliability. Marco and I just took our buddy out and shot a Staccato CS versus a SIG 365, and we kind of broke that down because we had 4 rounds through one hole versus the SIG, which had like, I don't know, it was like a 2-inch group. It wasn't anything crazy.
Yeah.
But, you know, people, I think me included, have this like misconception that, you know, handguns are going to be like super pinpoint accuracy. And, you know, if you spend the dollar, yeah, but for stuff like a Glock, I think it's more focused on reliability, and I think that people have an unrealistic expectation of like, hey, my Glock's gonna put, you know, maybe if we put a match grade barrel in there, but, you know, Glock's not hand fitting these barrels.
Yeah, we were talking about it off camera, like, can you deliver on that 1-inch group at 25 yards? Me, no. You know what I mean? Same. Mechanically, it'll probably do it, but that is more than, that's a headshot at 25 yards. That's more than acceptable for what this gun's meant to do. So when they give you that 1-inch guarantee at 25, can I do it? No. You know, but the gun can definitely deliver if you have the money for it. But this is a tool that gets it done.
Well, let's see how the $60 barrel does on some C-Zone steel at 50.
All right, let's do it.
All right, this feels a lot more than like 9 miles an hour wind, but 50 yards out, can we hit some C-Zone steel with the Just the Tip comp from AIM Surplus? Here we go. Yep, 50 yards, no problem.
That was a headshot, by the way.
Nice.
To the face.
Let's see it.
To the face.
We're playing horse, Landon.
One of the face, no chase. All right.
You all right? Take your mulligan.
For real this time, for real.
There you go. All right, Marco.
Gracious.
So it took Landon 3, took me 1. Don't worry, we gotta go back to 100.
Oh.
Hold higher.
Oh. Okay.
There you go. Boom.
I gotta hold neckline.
So it took you 4 shots. You got a stigmatism though. You get a what is it? A handicap.
I got a handicap.
All right, let's go back to 100. Back at 100 now. Here we go. There we go, on my third round with some SuperVel 115 certified select. Landon, hit it at 100.
Let's see.
Nice.
Center.
Thanks for editing that ding. All right, Mark.
Oh boy. Goodness. I'll hold higher. I suck, guys. Oh my gosh.
So we got the stock barrel back inside this gun, guys, and I'm going to shoot slow motion for you guys. We're shooting 4K, 120 frames per second, and I'm going to shoot some 115 between the stock barrel, the JTT ported barrel from AIM Surplus, and then I did bring my Radian Ramjet out here just so you guys can see the difference in recoil via slow motion. So first up, 115 grain SuperVel in the stock setup. Let me know when you're ready.
Ready.
Now with the AIM Surplus JTT compensated barrel. Now with the Radian Ramjet afterburner. So I definitely noticed a significant difference with the Radian Ramjet afterburner combo over the stock and over the JTT compensated barrel from AIM Surplus. Definitely easier to track the dot. It barely moves with the Radian setup. The JTT, I definitely noticed it's easier to track it over the stock configuration. So it would go like that. Stock being the most amount of recoil, JTT being mid, and then the Radian Ramjet being the most significant reduction in recoil. I do have some of the SuperVel 147 grain Hush Puppy stuff I want to try. I've always noticed the felt recoil, it doesn't cycle as fast, but the felt recoil on heavier bullets like the 147s to me have always, felt pretty good, especially when you're shooting them in like ported guns. So got 5 rounds here real quick, and I just want to see how it compares to shooting the 115. Here we go. You ready?
Ready.
So it definitely feels a little smoother shooting the 147s here, but not a huge significant difference. Like if you shoot them side by side, you'd probably be able to see or feel the difference like I just did, but not crazy amount with the small port here. Last thing we want to do for you guys on the range here was to chronograph a stock Glock 45 barrel and then pair it up against the JTT barrel from AIM Surplus and see if there is any deviation between the velocity feet per second. But stock first, go for it. Shooting 115, SuperVel, go for it, Marco.
1087. 1106. 1080. 1121. 1093.
So the average of those 5 rounds is 1,097 feet per second. So give us a minute here. We'll switch out the barrels and we will see if there's a difference. All right, barrels are switched out. Now let's try it with the JTT compensated barrel. Go for it.
1097. 1090. 1091. 1087. 1095.
Average of those 1092. So only a difference of 5 feet per second between the two sequences of 5 rounds. So very negligible. Definitely lots of good for $60 barrel. Pretty impressed.
Yeah.
So all right, all 3 of us will hop on now, give our final thoughts, and we'll wrap up the video. All right, guys, breaking it down in our final thoughts, the AIM Surplus JTT compensated Glock barrel. Landon, kind of from a gunsmithing point of view, pros and cons.
A lot of pros, honestly. $60 barrel. It's cut to fit generations 1 through 5, which is a huge advantage. The thing's $60. You're gonna get obviously not so much recoil reduction, but it will drive the gun back on a target, which I really like. And the finer touches, right, for $60, them backboring that and just all the machining done to it is actually really nice. I wasn't expecting much for $60, as you can tell. Negatives, I'm sure a lot of people in the comments are gonna say, for an EDC gun, you know, this expanding gases up close in a vehicle or something. So for you guys, I actually put a port under my face and ripped 10 rounds, and it is manageable, and my life's not in danger. So if my life was in danger, I need to do that, I would just live with it. You know, is it gonna be louder? Yes, but I'll take the recoil mitigation over, let's say, a little bit more concussion. It's kind of my opinion on it. Would I buy it? 100%. $60, dude.
Yeah.
Throw it in your next build.
Marco?
Competition standpoint, it will put you in open division, which is not a good idea because you're fighting against 2011s with a Glock in open division.
Bold move.
If you're a new shooter, just going to matches your first time, just bring whatever you got, have fun. This thing does keep the gun flatter. It'll push it, get that little initial push down to the front end. So $60, like you said, it's hard to beat, especially if you're building a random new gun or have a spare parts. You're just gonna throw another Glock build together. That's solid.
Guys, we're probably at just around 150, 200 rounds maybe. We didn't do a whole bunch through it. I wanted to, you know, just get you guys a short video on this. But like Landon was saying, lots of pros. I like that the port is forward of the front sight. So if you're running, you know, any type of what is it, night sights or colored sights or anything, or fiber optic, it's not going to dirty up that front sight. Price point, everybody's talked about it, $60. That's a steal. I thought they were going to be about 150. You know, through continued use, I'd like to see reliability through it. In regards to accuracy, I think it held up just fine. Very similar groupings to a stock Glock barrel for me. Shooting it, you know, I'm sure if I took a lot more time to shoot that grouping at 25, it'd be a lot tighter, but, you know, that was the grouping I was getting for practicality. We shot out at 50 and 100. Well, a couple of us did.
We got out there.
Not me.
So, like, yeah, I think there's a lot of pros to it. Other things to think about, if you saw our video, we did that the budget rolling special with the dagger and stuff.
Yeah.
This is a great barrel for that.
100%.
You know what I mean? You throw it in there, it's already got the port built into it at the end. Really cool that, you know, Landon was able to check it out and see that the backboring's already done to it, so I really am a fan of that. But if you guys are looking to get one, I think there's way more pros that, you know, outweigh the cons. Again, you know, the velocity was only a difference of 5 feet per second.
Minor.
Nothing.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, let us know what you guys think down below in the comment section. For $60, you know, it's not rating ramjet, you know, recoil reduction, guys, but it's also, that's $400 versus $60. I think you're getting more recoil reduction value-wise for the $60. Like, I would have paid probably around $100 to $150 for this barrel, you know, seeing what it does now. So for getting it at $60, buy it now before they up the price or they sell out. So appreciate you guys coming out of the range. It's 110 out today. If you guys are wondering how we stay so cool, we all have all these, they're sun shirts, guys. Everybody's like, hey, why are you wearing a hoodie in the desert? These are UPF sun shirts. They block out the sun, keep the UV rays off your skin. This is the newest one, the Kanagawa, the Wave. Japanese artwork. And then we did the white because a lot of people were asking for brighter colors. He's got the Desert Night camo, and Marco's got the black Rhodesian. But any comments, questions, leave them down below, and we'll get to them. Appreciate you guys, as always, watching the video, and we'll see you in the next one.
From retention, port right under my jaw. I'm perfectly fine. You can do it too.